teams each time will have toughened up France. To be the best, you have to beat the rest. Well, for even the most tournament-hardened players waiting to get going, raises a huge variety of emotions. There's excitement, there's passion, desire to do well. There's a sense of walking into the unknown, a story where you don't yet know the ending. And for peak performance, you'd have to say there probably also should be some nerves. The USA renowned for their self-confidence, their swagger. But for every generation, that self-belief has to be earned. This current crop has proved themselves at continental level. But this, once again, is another serious step up. France in blue, the USA in white.
Please stand for the national anthem of France. The national anthem of USA.
Two very famous national anthems, the Marseillaise and the Star-Spangled Banner. And what a proud moment this is for these young women. USA, whose previous squads have produced role models for the latest group of youngsters like Lindsay Tarpley, for example, a goal-scoring winner in the very first edition in 2002. Well, here's the France lineup chosen by Gilles Lequem, their coach, expecting them to play with a back four of Monsuy, Sissoko, Estelle Cascarino and Grebeval. Further forward, the front four, Delphine Cascarino, Garbino, Karshawi and Matteo. Gatra and Gaoro will be the two protectors in midfield, just in front of that back four. And not so far to travel for today's referee, Casey Rybelt from Australia. Theo Grebeval is the captain of France, and Mallory Pugh on the right there for the USA, who you may remember from the last edition some 2 years ago now in Canada. Mallory Pugh played a hugely significant role in qualifying and was the USA's top scorer, someone who was also part of the squad at the last FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, as I mentioned. Michelle French, the coach, with Mallory Pugh named as the captain, has Casey Murphy in goal. They're back for Alison, Otto, Reel and Jean. Watch out for Ashley Sanchez, Jessie Scarpa, Mallory Pugh, who will provide much of the attacking threat in this USA side. In midfield, Ogle, Peterson and Roberts. There's Sheila Kem. A real Gallic flavour brought to proceedings here in Papua New Guinea today. He's twice won the European Under-19 tournament as the France coach. And Michelle French in there somewhere, the coach of the USA. There she is, just at the back there. The substitutes, 10 for each coach, including 2 goalkeepers. What a modest crowd here in Port Moresby. There's Michelle French, who's been head coach of the USA for, what, 3.5 years now. So one of the global superpowers in women's football kicks off day 2 here at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. USA, who jointly hold the record for tournament wins, beginning their quest for a 4th title here in Port Moresby. And you'd have to say a tough opener against France, who got all the way to the semi-finals in Canada 2 years ago. The P&G Football Stadium providing the backdrop here in Group C. All eyes on the 3-time former winners to see how the class of 2016 will fare. Given away by Otto. And here's a chance for Garbino for France. Runners either side, some width. And good support from out wide here. Side netting in the end. Grebeval, the captain. Really good supporting play from that full-back area, but never really got the contact she was looking for there, with Karshawi waiting in the middle. Expecting the USA shape to evolve a little bit depending on whether they're attacking or defending. You can see Mallory Pugh there, the captain's armband up in attack. Alongside Jessie Scarpa. At the moment it's a very flat 4-4-2. Estelle and Delphine Cascarino, by the way, in the France team are twins. On the 5th of February 1997, the cut-off for this particular tournament, the 1st of January 1996. Over here for Maëlle Garbino, who's going to play just off. Matteo was having a talk with Sheila Kem just before the match here today. He's very much looking for her to be the main support behind this young woman, Clara Matteo. Just coming together with Kaylee Reel. Kaylee Reel, who's another survivor from the tournament a couple of years ago in Canada. Here's Reel. Didn't actually get to play any games during the tournament in 2014. Here's Emily Ogle now to Ellie G. Good block by Delphine Cascarino. Who's partnered by Gatra in the two holding midfield slots for France here today. Well, the USA coming here with such high hopes. This their 8th appearance, and this is the 8th event, so one of only 4 ever presents. We've played in each and every edition so far, along with Germany, Nigeria and Brazil. A big commanding figure for the USA at the back. Down the flanks, certainly either side of Mallory Pugh, they've got the likes of Ashley Sanchez, another one who could figure here, but it was a nice little bit of skill from Taylor Otto. Gaoro, by the way, number 8, probably prefers to be known as Grace. It's Gatra feeding it forward. Monsui from fullback. Courtney Peterson to Emily Ogle. Taylor Otto. France blocking off a few of these. Garshawi did particularly well then. France making their 6th appearance at this FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. They did miss 2003 in Thailand and then 2012 in Japan. One of 4 European teams to be playing here in Papua New Guinea this year. It's a return from Jessie Scarpa that's just a little overhit. Jessie Scarpa, by the way, alongside Mallory Pugh, someone who did particularly well during the qualifying campaign. I'm going to say the champions of the CONCACAF region once again. Louise Monsui with the throw there for France, and now by El Garbino. Monsui. Peterson. Well, the USA had really the ideal preparations for this with some warm-up games in Florida only last month, a couple against Venezuela in quick succession. dates actually were slightly altered as a result of Hurricane Matthew, but having beaten them 6-2 in a match that was slightly put back because of the concern over the weather conditions, they then beat Venezuela 5-1 in their final warm-up game. Venezuela, who along with Papua New Guinea are the two debutants at the tournament this year. Karshawi has shown an appetite for pushing through from that midfield area. Here's Estelle Cascarino. Delphine Cascarino is available here and well picked out. Lovely idea. Matteo cutting in from that left side with the bright yellow boots today. Four stadia here in Port Moresby, the capital of Papua New Guinea. Two with an official capacity of 15,000. This one, along with Bama Park, has a figure of 5,000 allocated. Garbino wins it back, and now Matteo. Now Scarpa. Well, overhit for Sanchez. Actually, Sanchez, who was captain at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Jordan this year, scoring a few goals in the process as well. Certainly one of the younger players taking part here in Papua New Guinea. I think the age range goes down to 15 in some cases. But these players with a glorious opportunity to develop emotionally while their bodies get up to their full physical peak as well in the coming years. Gatra with the effort from a long way out that was never going to trouble Murphy in the USA goal. That's what we used to call a daisy cutter. Well, the coach is using this as a great opportunity to give some of these rising stars the platform, the stage to show the world their talents and to test themselves against some top-notch opposition. Lovely stuff by Delphine Cascarino, supported by Monsui. Deoro available. Albino's ball in, too high for Matteo. It's the captain Gravoval who just sneaked forward from full-back. Just running the ball out there. And Delphine Cascarino. Dancing feet. Here's Greboval. Gilles Kem as a player, he was a defender by profession, played 5 years with Bordeaux. There's a couple of other leading clubs, but his spell at Bordeaux is perhaps the one for which he's best remembered. Highly distinctive Gallic moustache. Jean, Real, Ogle, crowded out by France, who've done very well here. Garbino with Matteo to a left, might not need her. Matteo comes in. But the USA caught in possession there, and it was just a little bit unnecessary for the USA to get themselves into trouble in that area. Nice little shimmy and a change of direction from Garbino. Qualifying, France actually lost in the semi-finals to Spain after their match went to extra time. 5-4 on penalties, the outcome. But during the group part of the campaign, they actually were very impressive. They won against Denmark, then Israel, who were hosting the event, and Sweden, winning their group with Sweden in second. But in the process, they didn't concede a single goal in those group stages. The only goal they did concede in 4 matches was in that 1-1 semi-final with Spain. And we saw how strong they could well be here in Papua New Guinea yesterday. That's a mistake by Awa Sissoko. And the USA can pounce here with Pugh in the middle. It's well dealt with though by Chavas. Coming together of striker and goalkeeper, and both are flattened. Concern from Michelle French for her captain, concern for France for their goalkeeper. Well, it was Sissoko in the middle of your picture there who gave the ball away, and the USA suddenly had a break on. The ball was slightly in front of Pugh, but Chavas very brave, going in twice. Plenty of anticipation, of course, amongst all the squads here, and they've been lapping up the hospitality of the Papua New Guineans, who've made everybody extremely welcome. Some of the players just taking on a little bit of water here. There was the mistake by Sissoko. Ingo Sanchez galloping forward. Right option to pick out Pugh in the middle. Milen Chavas and read the potential danger. Both players okay. Chavas as goalkeeper on, and now Mallory Pugh returns as well. That's Otto to Parker Roberts. Emily Ogle. Jesse Scarpa brushed off. Euro. Monsui. Delphin Cascarino. Roberts to Ogle. Otto. goes Pugh chasing. It's, Estelle Cascarino mopping up for them before Rotto does likewise for the US. This is more sweet. Sissoko. Easy one for Ellie Jean. What you'll see with France here is the way that they're actually pushing up onto the USA. Whenever the USA get the ball, Scarpa there an example, and immediately someone is pouncing. Estelle Cascarino. Shawi, Gatra, Galbino. Matteo's pulled wide here and for Karshawi in the middle. It's a very good example as well of the determination here to close down the USA at every opportunity. Kina Karshawi plays club football at Montpellier. Minutes gone in the wonderfully bright, warm sunshine of Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. Spectacular country for these young players to come and visit. Flying in over the Coral Sea with its beautiful reefs of aquamarine. It really was a stunning sight. At times coming in from Australia, my routing, but looked like someone got a giant comb and brushed the sand across the sea. Quite stunning images. It promises to be quite an adventure for these young players. Groboval hoping to lift the trophy on Saturday, December 3rd. Just under 3 weeks this tournament will last. Matteo getting rather entangled. Foul on Aniston in the process. Ogle. Once again running into traffic. Karshawi smashing it at Matteo. France have had 3 shots so far, but neither side managing an effort on target just yet as they settle themselves into this very hot, humid weather here in Port Moresby. Tournament beginning yesterday with 8 of the 16 teams who are taking part here, and cooling breaks were in operation then, as I'm sure they are here today. USA with a clever ball through, Scarpa chasing. Chance has dealt with the necessary whenever called upon so far. Chavas from Saint-Etienne. Scarpa. Hugh. Lovely combination between the front two for the USA. That's the first time we've really seen those two click. And Awa Sissoko on her mettle and at full pelt to get back and block. Very good defending. First corner of the match then, coming to the USA. Still going up for it, but France can clear their lines. Scarpa again in a very good position, but Roberts can follow up. Looking for Pugh, who's nimble, who's quick, but not quite quick enough. Well, she had a lot to do to get there, and the ball had crossed the line, as you can see from the flag on the far side. Mallory Pugh, who's actually made her debut for the senior team this year. So I've always had this very strong growth program in women's football. I think it would be fair to say that they've been the benchmark for many others. Bear in mind as well that their 3 victories in this particular tournament have been with 3 different coaches. Steve Swanson was Michelle French's predecessor. His team beat Germany the last time the USA won this event back in 2012 in Japan. Now Garbino for France. Wide is Karshawi. It was well defended by Elliston in particular. Gatra takes over. Greboval. Sweet. Deoro. Athene Cascarino with those wonderfully twinkle-toe boots. Sissoko. Estelle Cascarino. Now Gatra. Karshawi with Greboval acting as a decoy on the outside. Gaoro, Matteo, Garbino, Gaoro. It's a lovely build-up for her. There you go, there's the curse of the commentator. Just when it was looking so well crafted and fashioned. Sissoko proving a very significant figure at the back for France from Paris Saint-Germain. Scarpa flicking on. Certainly they've got the skill in both these teams to produce a number of magical moments. Fingers crossed. Here's Gaoro. Delphine Cascarino. Pugh. Same with Gatra and Gaoro, those two protectors I talked about in the French midfield. There's a wonderful reading of the game between those two in the way that they close down their opponents. Pugh having to drop a little bit deeper this time. Scarpa's there, Roberts is attacking as well, but quality of the passing's letting them down just at the moment. That's Matteo. Al-Shawi. Matteo. It's a corner for France, their first. Well, this is where the likes of Sissoko and Gaoro could be very significant with their height. USA, as we've seen with many teams here in Papua New Guinea, putting players on each post. Kenny Real just happy to take a bit of the heat off the USA defence. There is quite a swirling breeze around the stadium here. You can tell from the flags on the opposite stand there. Here's Pugh. Scarpa pulls the other way, and in turn that opens up the gap for Mallory Pugh for the USA. And it's well saved by Chavez. Clever running from Scarpa that helped Pugh have that opening. Shot not with enough power or direction to trouble Chavez greatly, but very good position and very good forward play by Scarpa in particular to pull away. First shot on goal for the USA here. Gaoro. Matteo. Shawi. Two in the middle here for France. Now Matteo, if it will drop, but it won't. High foot. And a cooling break is now signalled by our Australian referee, Casey Rybelt. I mentioned earlier about the cooling breaks. What happens during the course of the tournament here is because of the conditions, obviously the safety, the health of the players is paramount, but the climate conditions are evaluated prior to each match by FIFA's venue medical officer. And what they call the wet bulb globe temperature is the measure by which they determine whether the breaks are implemented. The cut-off point is 25 degrees. That's the bottom line with all of this. Once they've taken into account factors such as time of day and cloud cover, all those sorts of things. And the medical officer then recommends cooling breaks to the people who run the stadium, and then the implementation of it all lies with the referee. They take the temperature measurement 90 minutes before kick-off, and then it's about an hour before the game when they determine whether they're going to be implemented or not. Cooling breaks are expected to be 3 minutes in duration, roughly half an hour into each half. And then, although the clock continues to run, at the end of the match, 3 additional minutes are automatically added. So here's the last chance that we've seen created today. The best chance we've seen created. Mallory Pugh coming in on goal. Shadows have taken up a good position just towards the edge of that 6-yard box there to narrow the angle a little. So the players are rested, refreshed and rehydrated. The play will resume with Casey Murphy here. That's Pugh. Sometimes, of course, these cooling breaks do give coaches the chance to make 1 or 2 tactical tweaks. And I would imagine that each of the 2 coaches is happy enough with the way things have gone so far. France have had some very good possession in the game, the majority of it. But the USA have made perhaps the best chance there that we just saw with Mallory Pugh. Delphine Cascarino hitting it long. Matteo's got a long way to go. Murphy not pushed enough to clear. Now Garbino. Yes, Gaoro. Gatra. Karshawi. Gatra. Delphine Cascarino. Away from Pugh. And a lovely ball here for Karshawi. The USA quick to spot the danger there and snuff it out. Scarpa at the other end now. Given up and under from Monsuy. Roberts finds Pugh. He was being shielded, screened by Sissoko. With some good personal body strength there. Karshawi. Running into Roberts there. Karshawi again. Well, certainly when they've had an opportunity to shoot from no matter where, they've taken it. The thing with a tournament like this is that there is precious little settling in period really, because the 3 matches in the group stages do come thick and fast. We'll actually finish the group campaign in a week's time. Ghana and New Zealand, the other 2 teams here in Group C. Grebaval. couple of groups of children around the stadium you can hear quite clearly in the background. You can see them on the far side, and certainly the welcome that each and every one of the 16 teams have had here has been really tremendous. The locals have been supporting the event and getting behind the individual teams. A little disappointing, the crowd here today, I have to say, but there may be other reasons behind that. Nonetheless, an opportunity for those who have had the time and the opportunity to come here to come and sample life at one of these prestige competitions. I know everybody's worked very hard to ensure an affordable pricing policy. I think the numbers will pick up in the days to come. Now Garbino, Karshawi. Great determination to get around her marker there. Strong left foot. Saying earlier about the fact that France have been a little unfortunate in that they've lost to the eventual winners in each of their last 4 appearances in the tournament. They did face the USA in 2008 in the group stages. USA going on to win that year. 5 minutes of the 45 remaining, but of course the 3 additional minutes to be added automatically because of the cooling break. Sanchez going up for it. Peterson then. Whistle's already gone. Graboval. Lots of people trying to look at potential contenders here in Papua New Guinea and see who will be in the final mix. I know with the Ghana New Zealand coming up a little bit later, Ghana very unfortunate last time out when they had 6 points from the group games and still didn't get through. Back to Monsui. Karshawi rising. Well, a decent cross and a presentable chance this for France. Karshawi getting above Elliston there. Seeing a couple of Asian teams particularly strong, Korea, DPR and Japan. Brazil equaling the best ever score in this tournament with their 9-0 victory against the hosts of Papua New Guinea, just over the other side of the fence here at the Sejong Guys Stadium, away to our right. In the late match last night. But Papua New Guinea certainly realised that this is not all about expectations to win or score plenty of goals themselves here. They'd love to do so, of course, but it's about the growth of the game here. Papua New Guinea themselves with a coach from the USA in Lisa Cole. Gatra. Tester, flag up though. So Garbino takes it on anyway. It's a flag raised on this near touchline. There you go.
Keep it going here, Oaks. Come on. Come on, wide. That's you guys. That's you. You got it now. Get your shape right.
Good target, Scott.
Correct call.
Ash, just stay in that pocket there. Stay in
Really
that
just
pocket
made sure
on
she
the
was
outside.
the right side there of Garbino. Offside hasn't been a common feature of this first 45 minutes.
Gamble!
Yes, sir.
That's a good climb by Scarpa against Sissoko. Now Garbino to Gaoro.
Organize, Clark.
Shawi. Ordered by Gatra.
Courtney, recover.
It's a bit strong perhaps. So now the fourth official will indicate added time, and 4 minutes are being added here.
Parker! Park! Shift a little bit.
Additional time, 4 minutes.
Gaoro and Peterson getting entangled there.
Hey, leave it.
Foul given in the end against the French woman.
Yes, Mel. Yes, Mel. Hey, that's the right ball. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, stay connected, Mel. Here we go.
USA with their own French coach, Michel French.
Come on, Oaks.
Mentioned Steve Swanson, her predecessor, but Michelle French, who was an accomplished player herself, before going on to coach with the likes of Seattle Sounders women's team. Delphine Cascarino, who's produced one of the more memorable moments of this first half with a lovely little cameo of individual skill. Scarpa there showing just a bit too much to Estelle Cascarino. Delphine Cascarino. She's got some lovely control of the ball at times. Gaoro. Greboval. Shawi wide. She's away from 2 USA defenders. Gaoro back to Karshawi. Garbino. Karshawi. Going to set herself for a shot. She draws the free kick from Mallory Pugh. Well, here's the first real chance for France to show what they're made of at set pieces. Shawi and Garbino are the 2 players who are lining this one up for France. The 4th of the 4 additional minutes at the end of this first period. France then with a free kick. in a very dangerous area. Garbino and Karshawi stood over it. It is Garbino. It's comfortably gathered in by Casey Murphy. And that, in fact, the last action of a first half which has been compelling enough, it's been competitive enough. But as yet, neither side has done enough to earn themselves a lead in this match. The likes of Mallory Pugh for the USA, who was clean through on goal at one point. And then France with the likes of Karshawi looking powerful from out wide, Matteo through the middle. And then that late free kick coming in from Garbino. But in the end, it's goalless at the break, and we hope for a little bit more goal-mouth action in the second period in this wonderful bright sunshine here in Port Moresby.